Apparently, they've randomly decided to renationalize British Rail. Didn't see that one coming. I thought this was one of the things that they made a mistake with, and it didn't work, and it made the prices go up, and it did the complete opposite of what they said it was going to do, and they didn't want to admit they were wrong, so they just kept it that way. But they actually decided to buy it back. I wonder how much. They're definitely keeping that part quiet. It's probably why they didn't announce when they did it. Meanwhile, with Ukraine and Russia, it's going nowhere fast, I guess, you know. Swapped hostages, and then they just went back to fighting again. I'm quite sure Russia exacerbated the things first. You know what I mean? It's just like Easter. We're going to have a remember that weekend of peace? Well, ceasefire for the Easter weekend. I can't even talk today. And then Putin immediately attacks 3 hours later. Yeah, I remember that one. It looks like Democrats' most favorite network, CNN, or one of them anyway, has now turned on Biden and the administration. They actually admitted in this video I saw that he wasn't cognitively able to be the president. Really? Now y'all admit it? I remember watching CNN for like the last 4 years, and they said the complete opposite of that. You know what they're trying to hit us with? They're trying to hit us with the okie doke. Yeah. Again, another group of people that think people are 3/3 stupid. And in the craziest news I've heard this week, a knife fight, I guess a machete and a knife fight. Well, one had a machete, one had a knife, broke out in a mall in Melbourne in Australia. I was like, what? But I guess since they got rid of all the guns, you know, if somebody's gonna do something crazy, they would use a machete. Kind of makes sense. Well, it doesn't make sense that they're fighting in a mall with machete, but it makes sense that's the weapon of choice because that's what they have available. I don't think any of it makes sense. I'm just saying that's what they got to use. So if you're gonna go crazy, you're gonna use knives, right? But even by that logic, people don't use machetes here like that. That's just random. The police arrived promptly 5 hours later. And when I watched it, they was like, oh, people were frightened. Of course they were frightened. A dude's running around with a machete. Why wouldn't they be? I don't know, man. We're all doomed. We're all doomed. Because even if you got rid of all the guns in the States, people start using throwing stars. They would just find a way to do something crazy, right? Well, in the States it's different. It's actually enshrined in law and the Constitution. You can't actually take people's weapons away unless they break the law. But anyway, I'm talking mess. Y'all take care.